smoke the books.
The lock talk.
YouTube, what is good, man? It's your boy Jason, and we're back for another NBA playoff game day breakdown for May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, baby. We got 2 NBA games for today, so let's go start talking about it. Last time I've been here, we are on a 9-3 run on the NBA YouTube videos, and if you don't believe me, you guys can go watch them all for yourself. It's all there. I cannot change any of that. We lost the last one with the Clippers. They got blown out by the Nuggets, so let's go continue where we left off at. I think that was on Friday, if I believe, or Saturday. So let's go. Let's get straight to it. If you want to tap in, you want to keep on seeing me, come up here and drop these plays, man. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Put the number 5 for Cinco de Mayo. Let me know that you're watching this video. It really does help me keep on growing this channel so I can keep on motivated and come up here and drop this. Besides the picks, man, I'll be dropping my Miami vlog, which I went back like a month ago. I went to Miami, went for the Miami Open. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. But let's start talking about the first game. And obviously this one's close to my heart because they got my New York Knicks against the goddamn Boston Celtics. So, I mean, I've been up here many times talking about this matchup, talking about these teams. Obviously, I think on the East, it's very, besides yesterday, by the way, Pacers won and beat the Cavs outright. I think they caught them sleeping. Garland also did not play that game, but I think the Celtics, bar none, are definitely number 2 best team in the East. I think their team is super, super deep, complete. They have guys that can do everything. So it's a tough matchup for the Knicks, who I always been saying they always get worn out by the time they come to the playoffs. But let's just take a look, right? Like the head-to-head wise, the Celtics this year have won every single matchup, I believe. So if we take a look, Celtics won. Let's see. Celtics won. Actually, wait. Let's see. The Knicks. Let's see. The Knicks won this one, but every single one before that in the regular season, at least, the Celtics have been winning. Won outright and covered the spread. Before that, in previous seasons, the Knicks actually played the Celtics pretty well, at least at the spread. Maybe not winning, but obviously in terms of what we're looking at, we just care about them covering the spread. I personally would love to see them cover the spread and win outright, but maybe we can't be that hopeful. But I will say this. The last time they played, right, this game was much, much different than previous games, right? In all these other games prior, right, I don't believe Mitchell Robinson played. And when Mitchell Robinson has played, that was a big difference, right? Much, much closer game. In this one, they did lose, right? They lost by 2 points. But compared to, look, lose by 13, lose by 17, lose by, 23 points. It's a much different scenario when this man has played. So I do think Mitch Robinson playing, OG playing, having a fully healthy Knicks team can be a big difference. When they played with the full team, the defense has been much better than Knicks. To finish off the season, were one of the best 3-point defenses in the league. And if you know anything about the Boston Celtics are one of the highest 3-point shooting teams in the NBA. So we pull it up right here. On the offensive side, pull the offense and defense numbers. Number 9, but this is not full because in the beginning of the year, the Knicks were very bad at covering the 3. But then at the end of the year, I don't have it right here on this chart because I'm not in control of all the data here. But at the end of the year, the Celtics were one of the best. The Knicks were one of the best 3-point defenses in the league. So if that's the case, right, with everyone healthy, this game may play a little bit closer than what we've seen before the last game they played. Also, I'll say they also did play the last game in Madison Square Garden. But, in terms of covering, it hasn't really mattered too much. They've been pretty much almost even wherever they went, except on the head-to-head. The Knicks have played much better covering at home than away. But, the Knicks really have not really been covering too much anywhere against the Celtics, at least this year alone. But I think, the last game is very telling. When the Knicks are healthy, they have been much, much more competitive in these games. Obviously, this is a playoff environment. They're not playing in Madison Square Garden. They're playing on the road. They played a pretty tough series against the Pistons. But the Celtics, too, they also played a pretty tough series as well. They did beat the brakes off the Orlando Magic, but the Knicks are not the Orlando Magic. The Knicks not only have a pretty good defense, they also have an offense to match. So do we think at least for this game, right? Do we think See, on the road, 11-point spread. Do we think the Knicks are better than an 8-point or 9-point spread? I think the Knicks, if they played the Magic, they would reasonably be 5 to 6-point favorites if they were playing the Magic at home. So I think, this line's a little bit too many points, man. I'm not saying this because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not saying this because I'm from New York. I do think the Celtics will probably win, but I have this game capped much closer to a 6.5, 7-point game than a 9-point game. I mean, we're getting close to a 10-point game. I do think the Knicks have a chance to play this game fairly close, and we saw in the last game, the last matchup against them, the Knicks almost won that game in many instances. So for this, man, I'm going to lean with the Knicks +9 on the full game. I do think, however, unfortunately, the Celtics will probably win the series and probably will win this game outright. But covering 9 points is a lot. It doesn't matter. There's a playoff environment. I do think the Celtics are the better team. Big injury is there was Drew Holiday, but he's playing now. He was not present for the majority of that Magic series. So maybe him being back boosts him up even more. So that's one thing I will caveat if you want to compare the Celtics series to maybe this upcoming one. But I think the Knicks, with Mitch Robinson, with OG, with everyone healthy, in a playoff environment, this game will play a little bit closer. I think the Knicks lose maybe by 5 to 6 points, but not by 10. So give me the Knicks +9. We'll see this line obviously continue to adjust every single game. In terms of the total, I kind of lean under. These guys both play very slow paces. If the Knicks 3-point defense is really that strong in this series, the Celtics will have a tough time scoring because they shoot a lot of threes, man. But yeah, give me the Knicks +9. I think now with Mitch Robinson being back, they have the size, they have the defense, and then look, OG's been playing well, Karl-Anthony Towns been playing well, and of course Brunson has been on absolute fire. But yeah, give me the Knicks +9. I think this game is a close one. All right, guys, we are halfway to the next game in the series. But let me talk about, before I do talk about it, please, man, if you could, hit that subscribe button. Leave a number 5 for Cinco de Mayo, man. 5-5, man. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about the last game on the board. The Denver Nuggets against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And by the way, man, I want to say this. If you do want all my plays for MLB and NBA, just go down to the pinned comment. I left down there something special for you guys to get in for a free week or to get in for a big discount on the daily, or even something. If you want to get in for something longer, let me know. We have MLB, WNBA will be back, and of course I have premium NBA picks. Some I may pull a play from this video, but it's not for certain. I do more analysis after I record these to get that further detail in. So let's talk about this game though. The Denver Nuggets against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Denver are 9.5-point dogs on the road against OKC. And look, man, OKC absolutely put the whooping on Memphis. It was kind of unfortunate. They probably should have lost one of the games because Memphis was winning until John Moran got hurt. But no excuse, man. OKC is probably, on the net rating basis, the best team in the NBA. But look, they're going against the Thunder, the Nuggets, who are very good, man, very experienced. They obviously got the job done against the Clippers, who I thought we were gonna beat them in the first round. So kudos to them. They have Nikola Jokic, arguably the best player on that floor, but I think Shai will probably get the MVP. In terms of, I didn't look at this in the last game, but in terms of the line movement, it looks like public bets are all over the Denver Nuggets. And then there's bigger money on the Thunder. Take this with a grain of salt. I'm just showing you this, not a big deal. But man, this is a big spread, man. Another big spread. Does OKC deserve to be in this round? And I'll say this very simply, man. I think so, man. I think OKC is definitely the better team. Playing at home, they were the best home covering team in the NBA, better than the Clippers. Denver doesn't play as well on the road than at home, but at least on this season, though, on the 2024 season, they were pretty much even where they went. They're a little bit better away, actually. For the Nuggets, but the Thunder, best home covering team in the NBA, wasn't even close, even on huge spreads, which was insane. The thing is really just the style matchup, man. The Oklahoma City Thunder do very good against teams with bad defenses, and even with teams that play with a lot of pace and offense. For some reason, Oklahoma City can really compete against these type of teams. That type of team was the Memphis Grizzlies, bro, to a certain extent. Decent offense, but terrible defense. At least at the end of the season, Nuggets, their defense has definitely been a little bit better. But hey, look, I'll be honest, man. They were allowing the Clippers to score at a pretty prolific rate and field goal percentage, and that's not been typical for the Clippers. Oklahoma City is a different beast, man. They have a ton of killers on this team. In terms of injuries, there's no major injuries as far as I see right now. If you guys can take a look, so nothing major there. I'm gonna simply put it like this, man. I think the Thunder, they're gonna be the much better team in this game. They are the better team in this game. I think from start to finish, the Thunder have the pace, the offense, and the defense to give the Nuggets a lot of problems. They even have the size to cover Jokic, and their bench, man, is very good. But there's a lot of points, bro. I will admit. I mean, it doesn't make me feel comfortable laying this many points. But I do think compared to at least the Knicks and Celtics game, on the head-to-head, I mean, it's been much different. The Nuggets have actually beaten OKC a bunch of times, 2 for 2, and then at the spread, the Thunder have not covered in these games, man. So if we take a look at the head-to-head, it's not been positive if you're looking to back the Thunder. I do have to mention though, they didn't have Chet Holmgren for some of them. There were some guys that were hurt. I mean, so now that both teams are healthy, we will see. The only game Oklahoma City Thunder did win and cover was this game on March 9th. So they covered. I mean, they totally blew them up. And then the last time they played, it was not even close. The Thunder got blown out. The game before that, the Thunder did win, but did not cover. And then the game before that, the first game, this was the first game of their matchup. They did not fare too well. So I don't know, man. I do think the Thunder are the better team, but this is a lot of points, man. It gets me very scared. But by the numbers, man, I don't say this with a lot of confidence, though. I do think if I was to make a play, I would probably do OKC. OKC minus 9.5, but I don't love it, man. There's a lot of points. Obviously, like the Thunder have a lot of experience. They have Jokic, and they have players that can definitely, cause some problems. But I think OKC is just way too good. So give me Oklahoma City minus 9.5 as the game pick for this game. Guys, what do you think? Please, if you do want more of this content, man, make sure to put a thumbs up. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Adios.